Hello my YouTube friends, it's Brian with BG Model Workshop, and pull up a chair, make yourself comfortable because this is going to take a few minutes. We're going to start off with a quick shout out to Ron Stewart. Thank you so much for the card, Ron. We love those builds, buddy. I think I do have this kit myself, but it looks like you did a few little extra add-ons and changes to this guy here to make it your own. And then of course, who doesn't love a lead slide Merc, right? Great cards, man. I love the card. It's going to go up on the wall. And thank you for the note on the back also, Ron. I appreciate that. And I also appreciate the hell out of you commenting and chatting and such on YouTube and Facebook. All right, so updates. Our 300 SL is moving along slowly but surely. And Shirley, if you're watching, I don't mean any offense. But we do have to do some body work on some of the seam lines because the plastic was so thick that we had to shave it down a little bit, and we couldn't get it completely 100% flat. So we had to do some stuff on the butt and some stuff on the nose. And then you see this stripe along here? Hey, where you at? Get over here. There you are. This stripe that runs along here, that's supposed to be the mounting bed for the chrome piece that goes on there, but the chrome pieces did not survive their decade plus time in storage. Those actually one of them looks like it was molded incorrectly. It only went about so far and then kind of stopped and then started again like it was a short shot. Like the plastic didn't go completely through, but they ended up chroming it anyway. Pardon me. And the other one actually snapped when I was trying to get it off the tree. So instead of trying to figure out how to go around it, I filled the mounting holes with that little beige piece of styrene there and up there. And then I did a little filing to reshape it because it wasn't quite symmetrical. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to end up actually bare metal foiling that strip once it's done, because the chrome strip that was on, that's going to be attached on there, was so thick that it actually, I just hate putting chrome trim on the side of a car like that. If you're a model maker and you're going to put chrome striping or chrome piping down the side of a car, do a channel that you have to drop it into, otherwise, because this is going to be standing out like almost 3 inches off the side of the car in the scale size. So I just didn't like that. It looked too toy-like. And so yeah, so we're just going to fill those, sand them down, and then bare metal foil the actual mounting bed rather than putting the chrome piping on top of that. Not to mention the fact that it didn't turn out very well. And bare metal foiling around the windows ought to be rather easy. Look at this molding on here. That's crazy, right? It almost looks like the blank for a mold itself. Anyway, that's the woes with that. Our big rig is doing fairly well. We're just going real slow with the painting process because we have to paint outside. And we've been having a lot of windstorms lately, and if you live in the desert, it's dusty. So there's a lot of surface area here. So I'm really worried about getting some dust in here. I mean, I do have a small paint booth, but this is actually too large for it. So we're having to do this out in the driveway or on the patio, and it's just so much surface area that I'm really worried about getting a lot of trash in it. And I did spot a small area on the nose. See if we can, there it is right there. Boom. It's got the pimples. So, maybe I can polish that out. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But I sprayed that this morning when it was still calm outside. And then our tribute build for our father, our 69 Corvair in the Finch Sprint style with the extended roof is coming along nicely. We're still in primer. I've been letting that gas off for quite a while. Makes absolutely certain that the putty has done all the shrinking it wants to do before we start laying down our color. And speaking of color, we finally found a color that we like, and this is TS89 by Tamiya. I forget the name of it. It's some sort of blue. For all of you colorblind people out there, it's some sort of blue. And I think that's going to look great. But we've been busying ourselves with a nice cute little build. I dug this out of the parts box. This came with a monster truck that I had gotten for, I think it was, yeah, Joe Thompson's monster truck build. And here's our little seat for it, BMX style seat. So this is like a Honda Trail 70. And 70, I suppose, means 70cc. But this is a tiny little guy. These are come here. These are inch long pieces here. So this little guy is approximately what, 2 inches, just over 2 inches long. So that's pretty small. I mean, even BG's gonna, you know, he could look like he's riding it. But we did it in the yellow. I thought that would look, you know, since it's so small, I don't want to lose this and step on it. So I did it in a nice safety yellow, and then we're just gonna do some. We'll just hand paint the rest of it, and break out the Molotow pen and just chrome the hell out of it with the pen. But it's a fun little build, and the whole thing consists of like 10 or 12 parts, but they are tiny and they're full of flash. So I technically had to like carve myself a motorbike. So there's that. And then we won a couple of eBay auctions. This one was one of those deals where you throw down a bid and you hope somebody else bids you out, and they didn't, so I got this. But this is a nostalgia build for me. I had one about 17, 18 years ago, and I tried building it, but it was white with the blue stripes, and same exact car and everything, but it was a monogram kit at the time. Now it's owned by Revell, and excuse me, and so, you know, I might use one of these colors for it. I'm not quite sure. One of these guys. I was testing some colors for both my father's tribute build, and also I have a Viper GTS in the stash that I'm hoping to tackle sometime soon. So we got that kit there, which is it was all bagged up inside and pretty and everything, and the decals are perfect. So that was nice. And then we got this guy here, this XJ220 by Testers. Testers? I mean, Italeri. Or it was imported by Testers. So I like Italeri kits. This 300 SL over here is an Italeri kit, and it's going together fairly well, except for that weird chrome problem along the side there. But that's pretty much what we got going on in the shop here. I'll be doing another video in just a few moments for the Dylan Thomas Dragster event. I have some explaining to do in that video because I misread something or misunderstood something. And then I have another tribute build. It's actually a memorial build for my Uncle Bob, and I will discuss that in that video as well. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again. Bye.